Hi Zuni.
Hi.
Hi Vinod. So you're 15 and
Yes.
this is your third book. So basically your debut novel, but you've done 2 books of poetry.
Yes, 2
So
collections.
are you actually 15?
Yeah.
So what class are you in?
I'm in 10th.
So tell us about the book.
So it's a book about a girl who lives in Kashmir and her house is magic and that she can speak with everything in it, like the books and the fireplace and the portraits. And one day she finds out that her mother is going to sell the house. And in her attempts to stop the sale, she starts uncovering a deeper history about the house and an ancient enemy rooted in Kashmir that the house's magic has battled. And the role she will have to then take to protect Kashmir.
Okay. So and how old were you when you wrote your 2 poetry books?
The first one, I was 9, and then the second one, I was 11.
Okay. And when was how old were you when you wrote your first poem?
6, but it was like really bad. But
Okay. So
No, it wasn't. I have to tell you this. Her first poem was, we were in Bhutan
yeah.
and she had my phone. She was a baby, I think 5 or 6. So I thought she's playing video games.
Yeah.
And I was very against video games, particularly at that age. So I said, Zuni, what are you doing? No, nothing. Give me the phone. So I took the phone, and there was a poem I still remember which said, what's in the bag? What's in the bag? And it was, of course, half completed. I said, where is this from? She said, I was writing it. So I said, but it's not over. She said, but you took the phone. So okay, I said, you finish it. She sat there, and what shocked me is I looked at her and she went tick, 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 and she finished it. And then I took it, and the ending was very beautiful because the whole point was what's in the...
Do you remember any
Oh,
of it?
I have it on
this
my
particular.
phone.
No, don't read that particular.
I can read it.
Please don't read it out.
Let me
It's
play
not
the
that good.
doting
No,
father.
please don't. That,
Just tell me what was
no,
it
but
about,
that particular poem was inspired from a Shel Silverstein poem, which was also because I loved Shel Silverstein when I was a kid, and I don't know. He one of his drawings was this. I don't even hardly remember. It was this man with a giant bag, and people kept asking him what was in the bag, and thought it would just be interesting to write about whatever was in the bag that he had. So. I mean, yeah, it wasn't entirely original, and I had no idea what I was doing, but then he caught me with the phone, and he was like...
So
But you know the interesting thing, the ending I remember, it says what's in the bag, is there whatever, and it ended with, why is everybody wondering what's in the bag? Why does nobody play with me? And why can't we just forget the bag? And I thought that was a nice ending to the poem.
Yes.
And that's when I discovered that she was
You have a poet in the
gifted.
family,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
She's got all the writer's genes.
Yeah. And now after that though, she now teaches me how to do things.
I'm
I
sure.
mean-
I'm sure. So do you visit Kashmir often? Since
We
this book is set in Kashmir?
because Dad's from Kashmir, so we would visit Kashmir at least once a year, except for this year, of course, because of all the
Yeah,
trouble
the
that's been
turmoil.
happening here. But otherwise, we used to visit Kashmir.
And you love Kashmir?
Yeah, I mean it's such a beautiful
You've heard
place.
stories from your father
Of
about
course,
how
of
things
course.
have gone wrong there,
It's-
horribly wrong.
Yeah, many stories we have
Do they
heard.
find a reflection in the book?
Yeah, I think they definitely do, and also as research, I guess, for the book, I would
You did?
interview.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to.
Father.
I didn't know enough.
Who did you trust more, the Google or the father?
Well, I would read other books based on Kashmir as well, and also we'd been there a lot of times, but I hadn't been there enough to write that authentically about it. So I would interview my dad and my aunt and my uncle who'd all grown up there together. And so I think definitely his memories have found a place in the book for sure. Yeah.
So one thing I found surprising about the book is that the book has been dedicated to your friends.
Yes.
Yeah, not your parents, not your
Oh my
Why
God.
is that?
My first
She hasn't even
it's
mentioned
Anjali,
my name.
my
Oh yeah.
my first book
Anjali,
was
Ish
there.
and Shreya, they're your
Yeah.
best friends?
Anjali, Ish and Shreya are my best
Are they
friends.
in your class?
Yes, they are. Except Shreya just left for boarding school last year. So, and we've been friends for
all
so
of you are
long.
budding writers.
No. They don't.
What's the connection?
I don't know. We're all as crazy as each other, I guess. I mean,
So are your classmates totally in awe of you because you're this writer?
no, not particularly.
What do they think of you?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I hope they think that I'm, smart, if not a bit snooty. I hope they don't think I'm snooty. Well, the thing is that I never go to any of the parties or the dinners or the lunches or the trips to the mall because I don't know. I don't really enjoy it that much. But I hope they don't think it's because I'm snobbish or something.
No, I'm sure
But no, I do. There are other girls in my class that also really like writing. Oddly though, Shreya definitely does really like films and writing as well. I don't think in the same way that I do, but Shreya and I definitely share a lot of that interest. I think
Have they read the book? I mean, not in this form.
not
but
yet, not yet.
Who's the person who's read it? Like amongst your
Dad.
friends?
Amongst my
has.
friends, Shreya has read more of it than the
And
rest
what's the
of them.
feedback?
Well, she really liked it, and she was also very sort of smug, I would say, because it was her that inspired it in the first place. Because Shreya is someone who's very like, you know, something's beautiful, and she'll be like, it was so beautiful, I have to tell you this, and she'll just rant, and no one's listening, but she'll just keep on going. So she started telling me about this fairy tale house in London that was gorgeous, and that was, you know, just so beautiful, and it was this, and it was that, and I was like tuning her out. I wasn't paying attention. I was just like, right, yes, sure, okay, no, I'm listening. And like 2 weeks later, I thought back on what she told me, and I was like, you know, that's not a bad idea. So it kind of stemmed from, you know, her and that story she told me. So she was very pleased that I was writing a novel based on a story she thought no one was listening to.
So the protagonist in the book is called Zuni.
Yes.
That's pretty close to your name.
It was actually Zuni, but then I was like, that's a bit, you know, too close. It's not because she's like me or anything. It's just because I thought Zuni was such a nice name. You know,
What does it mean?
It means moonlight in Kashmiri.
Oh, how nice.
And my parents have been fighting about who came up with it for the last 15
sure
years.
him, no?
No, but
Of course.
mom, that's not what mom says.
Who's from Kashmir?
Oh my God, Dad.
Yeah, so I guess you're right.
Mom is from
Who
UP.
comes up with better names?
UP guys can't think of
Yes.
Zuni.
So tell me, so you've got exams coming up, I believe, on
2
the
weeks.
6th. 2 weeks.
Yeah. On the 6th. Have I studied? No.
Yeah, tell me about that. How are you studying?
I'm actually, I mean, this sounds like really ridiculous, but I'm actually pretty good at studies. Like, I enjoy understanding what I learn and everything. But in this particular case scenario, I am extremely nervous because, of course, the book took like definitely a higher priority from the moment it began because it was such an amazing
How long
project.
did it take to write it?
From the moment I got the idea,
Which is?
the moment I got I got the idea when I was like 13, but it was just an idea. Like it never really became anything till like 1.5 years ago. And then in January when Penguin was like, we'd love to make this a book, and I was like, really? And then I was like, yeah, and
When
that's
you
when
write,
it really became.
weekends or
Well, I wake up every morning at 6 to write for an hour before school.
And when is school?
School starts at 8, but we have to leave the house at 7:30
It's like-
because
it's-
Mumbai traffic.
you're very disciplined every day.
Well,
And have you experienced writer's block?
yes.
And how do you counter that?
Well, a lot of times, like, I write something and I'm like, oh, you know what, this is brilliant. I'm feeling so proud of myself. And I take a break to go to the bathroom and I come back and I read it and I'm like, what is this? This is nonsense. How can I, what? So, no, it's I don't know. I haven't found a way to combat writer's block yet. But I guess you can't give in to it. Like, you have to keep writing because that's the only way you'll get over it, you know? So even if it's rubbish, just keep writing. And then you can delete all that rubbish later, but at least you'll have written it.
Writing, yeah.
You know?
That's actually, So tell me this, so reading, of course, must be your biggest, I wouldn't even call it hobby, it doesn't like.
Yeah.
So what else you do for your leisure? You don't like to shop, as you said. You don't like.
I don't particularly
so what
like
do
to
you do?
shop.
You watch films?
Well,
Father's
not dad's, no.
Don't tell me you haven't seen Three Idiots.
Of course I've seen Three Idiots.
Acha,
Then-
have you
I've
seen
seen it.
1942, A Love Story?
I've seen, okay.
That's like-
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Have you
for that.
have you seen
Okay.
even Wazir you haven't seen?
Yes, I saw
saw-
Wazir in
But it's better-
But did
before
you see-
production.
did you-
I saw Wazir
Did you
being
see
shot.
Munna Bhai?
Yes.
Which one?
Oh
Have
my
you seen
God.
Parinita? Parinita you haven't seen.
No.
There you go.
But you've seen, okay. You can
I've
forget
seen
about
all
Three
the ones.
Idiots, which is
I have seen all the ones that took place
Parinda you
after I
haven't
was
seen.
born.
Have you seen Parinda?
No.
Then Khamosh, no.
So what do you do, like when you're not reading, writing?
Well,
Not
we
studying.
have 6 dogs, so
Yeah,
that's like a
tell me about
huge.
them.
They are just insane. The last.
Tell me their names.
So there's in the order that we got them. There's toffee, sugar, fudge, cocoa, and then cherry and figs. And
The whole chocolate.
it's literally the whole chocolate, everything. And we got toffee, and he was so cute. We were like, we should get him a girlfriend. And then we got sugar, and fudge and cocoa. Both times on different occasions, Dad just showed up in the morning like, I have a dog. And then they had pups, and I don't really know how we got 6. I don't know how this snowballed into this family
Apart
of
from the dogs, what
dogs.
else? You listen to music?
I do listen to music, yeah.
Fine.
I don't really have a particular kind. I don't know. I
Do you
just
listen to Bollywood music?
Sometimes with Agni. With Agni I do. Agni's my older brother.
No, you don't.
Yeah, of course I do. With Agni
So,
though.
do you think, I mean, it's really too early to ask, you're still way too young, but do you see sort of also treading on your father's territory, like trying to write a script for a film, like maybe a
Honestly-
children's film that he can make?
Well, honestly, I don't know if I would do films yet because what I really love about books
Not
is the
yet,
descriptions.
like say 5 years from now.
Maybe, but what I really love about books is the descriptions in them and the way they can, tell a story without.
And we can all have our
even
own
pictures.
Sort of visuals about it, images.
Yeah, and people say that
which we lose when you watch a film, which is very like,
Exactly. And people say that a picture has 1,000 words, but I think that if you write 1,000 words, it can form a picture that no canvas can, because it's words, and they have a whole different way of communicating with the reader. So I honestly prefer books definitely at this point. So I'm not sure, I guess we'll see.
So you are a proud father. You have a daughter who's a novelist at like 15. That's like some record. So you're looking forward to your book launch?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very nervous, but yes.
You don't have reason to be. We should be nervous. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Lovely talking to you.
I learned the meaning of a new word. Thank you.
You've read the whole book.